Hello. So this video is a chair yoga video, and we're going to begin with a short meditation, some warm-ups, and then some more hotter poses, core poses with weights, and then we'll have stretching and cool down and a closing meditation. This video is because someone in our family, a very vibrant young woman, got injured while she was playing team sports. And it is very and she cannot put any weight on her feet. So for her, it is very difficult and challenging to be in this situation. So this video, of course, see your doctor before seeing this video. If you have any following along with this video, if you have any doubts whatsoever, use 1 to 2 to 3 pound weights when we get to that section, and off we go. So starting with our meditation, it will be a meditation for healing. Now, for this class, if you would like to follow along with music, there is an album on Spotify and on Apple called Namaste. It is a mix of different artists, and it is a wonderful album to follow along with this video. So if you want to do that, pause the video here, check out and start playing that list. The album cover is green in the middle and yellow around the edge, and in the middle it says Namaste. All right, with that, let's get started. So to start with the beginning meditation, looking for a straight spine, aligning the shoulders over the hips as best as possible, shoulder blades together, softness in the jaw. Close the eyes or look downward if you feel safe to do so. Engage the abs to find that length in the spine. So it's not just about the spine, but it's also about the tummy, the belly muscles supporting that length. Feel the muscles in the back. There are many, many layers of muscles in the back, wrapping around, falling up and down the spinal column. So really using all of those muscles as well to support that length. Take a big breath in and a slow breath out. Just check in with how you're feeling today. And how you've been thinking about or thoughts towards your body. And consider that your body is going to be with you for the rest of your life. And it, like everything else, responds better to kindness than criticism. Kindness indeed, how we move, take care of, and nourish our body. Our thoughts towards our body. Our energy around our relationship with our body. Setting an intention to heal any disconnect during this practice. And also consider the miracle of your body. For most of us, if we get a little nick on our skin, wherever that might be, the skin heals over and our body heals itself. There are amazing healing qualities in our body. And wherever you're at in your journey, your wellness journey, sending thoughts of thanks and appreciation to this vessel, this container that you've been blessed with. Place one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest, tangibly thanking the body for breathing without you asking for it to breathe. Taking long, slow breaths in, noticing how our lungs move. And our body does so much for us. Sending thanks. Even those thoughts, if you can hear my words or see this image, privileged to do so. Another reason for thanks. Take a big breath in and a slow breath out. Release the hands down. If the eyes were closed, open the eyes. Now moving with the breath, take a big breath in and sweep those arms up overhead. Lift the gaze. Find even more length in the spine. Inhale, and on the exhale, twisting over to one side. Either side is fine. Whichever side you start with, we'll be doing the other side next. So keep that length in the spine. Engage the abs. So very often I say it too, pull the belly button towards the spine, but instead of pulling the belly button towards the spine, think about the muscles coming together. All right. All of the muscles from the hips, the core muscles, the abs in the middle, the abs below the belly button, all of them coming together to support and lengthen and help that twist. Soften the jaw, lift the chin, the neck, the head, and exhale, come to center. Inhale, look up, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhaling over to the other side, over to the other side. So yes, for this practice, a chair without, not an armchair, but a chair without arms is ideal. But if you don't have it, use what you got. So inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, twisting over to the other side. Engaging those abs again. So rather than pulling in, finding that engagement and strength in the core of the body to support that length and facilitate that twist. Maybe looking over that back shoulder, but only if there is no pain. We're not looking for pain. And unwind. So doing that again with the breath, this time a little bit faster. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, other side. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, twisting. Inhaling, lengthen. Now go on the rhythm of your own breath while I explain what moving with your breath is in yoga. So when you connect a breath with the movement, it's called vinyasa. So inhaling up, exhaling, twisting. I'm connecting the movement with the rhythm of my breath. Inhaling up and exhaling, twisting. And inhale up, come to center. Now for a side stretch. So inhaling both arms up, release one hand down, whichever one it is fine because we're going to do the other side. Hold on to the chair and lean over to the side of the chair that you're holding on to. If your neck is okay with it, looking up towards the ceiling. Keep the opposite hip grounded. If you feel it peeling up, keep it grounded on the chair. Inhale up and over, and exhaling over to the other side. Again, looking up, tilting the head upward, as long as your neck is okay with that. So here we get a big crunch here with the obliques and a big stretch on that other side, but make sure that the opposite hip is grounded and hold and staying put on the seat of the chair. That's your foundation, so keep that foundation. Inhale all the way up. Now moving with the breath. Inhale long. Exhale side stretch. Inhale center. And side stretch other side. Inhaling long, looking up. Exhaling side stretch. And doing a few more on the rhythm of your own breath. So if my cue is not in time with your own breath, then on your inhale, lengthen upwards. On your exhale, side stretch and feel those oblique muscles engaging. Again, that flowing, just coming in and out of the poses. And come to center. There we go. Little bit of a neck stretch. We hold a lot of tension in our necks and our jaw. So inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Now roll ear to shoulder. Notice that my face is still facing the camera. So this is a big side stretch on one side of the neck. Now the opposite hand, extend it out to the side. So that deepens the stretch a little bit. Exhale, chin to chest. Rolling over to the other ear, to the other shoulder. So other side, whichever side you started with. Feeling that stretch from the beginning of the neck all the way down to the shoulders. Extend that opposite hand away to deepen the stretch lightly, but we're deepening it. It's a little more intense than when the hand is on the thigh. And come to center. Leave the hands where they are. We're moving with the breath. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhaling ear to shoulder. Exhaling chin to chest. Inhaling ear to shoulder. And listen to the cue that your breath is giving you. On your exhale, chin to chest. On your inhale, ear to shoulder. And if my cues, again, are not in tune, in time, in the same rhythm as your breath, listen to your breath. It's a practice to learn how to listen to our bodies. Very often I say one of the biggest gifts that yoga has given me is the capacity to listen to my body, to understand when it is needing something in particular, like rest, maybe more movement. And this listening and moving with the rhythm of our breath, that is something that helps us bring body awareness. All right, next time the chin is to the chest, lift up the head. Shoulder rolls, shoulders towards the ears, roll them forward, roll them back. And again, up towards the ears, forward, roll them back, and smooth out those circles, getting into those shoulder joints. This feels really good for me. I'm a little tense in my left shoulder. Rolling up and around and down. Now, other direction. Up, around and down. Up, around and down. Up, around and down. And again, smooth it out. This time you're rolling backwards. Yeah. For me, it kind of feels like a neck massage. So very yummy. All right. Release that out and shake it out. So our warm-ups are now complete, moving into the core of the practice. So starting off with weights. Get the weights that work for you. And if you don't have weights, water bottles, small water bottles are a great option. It's just something that you can hold on and keep a good grip on. So I know I said 1 to 3 pounds, and I have 5-pound weights. If you can see that, it's okay. Use what you have. This is where I'm at with my 5-pound weights. But if you're starting off, please stick to 1 to 3 pounds. All right. So let's start with one side. Release down. We're starting with bicep work. So down and lifting up. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like to do rounds of 8. And back on the lap. Other side. 1, 2. Remember to keep that core engaged and keep the spine long. And this is 8 for me. And bring that down. All right. Now turning the weights, instead of the palm out, palms are in. And this time, we'll start with 1 at a time, lifting up. And if this is ever too fast or too slow, go at the rhythm that works best for you. Other side. 4. This is 4 for me. All right. Now working with both weights, a weight in each hand, lifting up. 6. I am going fast. And if this rhythm is too fast for you, slow it down. All right. Hammer, hammer, fists. All right. That's 8 for me. Okay. So now working on a shoulder press. We'll do 1 at a time. So leave 1 on the lap, starting on one side. So 8 on this side. Other side. Both together. That's it. Okay. Now for some tricep work. So I'll go sideways on the chair, or I'll turn the chair sideways so that you can see. All right. So leaning forward a little bit, but keep the back straight. Avoid rounding it or overarching. Okay. Bring the weights to about seat level and then kick them back. Oh, I'm going into those leaves there. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to move the plant. There we go. All right. Now, again, going back and holding this time, palms together. Hold, hold, hold. And use the front of the body to help you maintain this pose. And then pull it in a little bit. All right. So we're not pulling all the way in. We're pulling in just to seat level on the chair. All right. Now extend those arms back and we're twisting the wrists. Twisting the wrists. All right. Lift up a little bit. Take a little bit of a rest. And hinging forward again. I know it was a very short rest, right? At the side, but this time palms are facing the floor. All right. 1. We're working both hands, both arms. All right. Come in and lengthen up. Okay. Leaning forward, extending back, palms down and holding. Little pulses up. Little pulses up. So the triceps are those muscles underneath the arms. Sometimes they look like wings. So this is to firm up those wings a little bit and come in. Okay. All right. Coming around to center. Now we're working on the core. So put those weights away. Thank your arms for what they just did. Your core, the body, the availability that was offered to you. Now, hold on to the chair, the most solid part of the chair, and lift up one knee, place it down, and then the other. So these are crunches. These are seated crunches. All right. So notice that when I pull this knee up, it wanted to go out to the side. That's because I'm bearing down on the base of my body. Now, if I want to lift up from the base of my body and firm everything, that knee needs to be parallel. All right. It's good for me to see this in the camera. All right. All right. So both knees down. Now hold on to the chair. Make sure it's a solid chair. And try to lift both feet off the ground. You can't see it, but both of my feet are off the ground. And release down. And again, pull those knees in. And down. One more time. Pulling in. And down. Okay. So hold on to the seat now. Lean forward a little bit. Engage the abs, round, and see if you can press in and lift your seat off the chair. Lift your own bum off the chair and come back down. 2 more just like that. Round forward, press solidly into the seat. Lift those knees up and see if you can lift your seat up and release down. Okay. Do the best you can. Have fun with it, right? Next one, last one. 1, 2, engage those abs, press into the hands and lift and release. Okay, so now with the legs. All right, it is cold where I am right now, so I am wearing cute little socks. All right, hold on to the chair. We're lifting up one leg as high as you can get it, lifting it up and down. The whole leg. One more for me and down. Other side, lifting up. All right. So lean back in the chair. One hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. Soften the jaw, soften the breath. So we did some arm work and some core work. So let's stretch out those arms a little bit and stretch out the core. So starting with the arms, extend one arm out in front, bring it across the body. The opposite arm invites that other arm closer to the body. Now notice if one shoulder wants to hitch up higher than the other and release it down. All right. And release. Other side, across the body. Finding that the right spot for that shoulder, which may be different than the first shoulder. Avoid Hitching the shoulder up towards the ears. Shoulders are not earrings. And release down. All right. One hand behind the neck towards the middle of the back. Opposite hand reaches over and invites that elbow back. It's an invitation. It's not a forceful invitation. It is a compassionate invitation. As long as you can feel a stretch along here, that's all we're looking for. All right, other side. Elbow, hand somewhere in the direction between the shoulder blades, and then inviting the elbow back. Again, that very compassionate invitation. Maybe insistent, but avoid forceful. All right, and release that. One more little stretch. Bring one shoulder to the ear, bring the elbow up, and then bring the wrist up and float it down. Doing that again. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, and float it down. One more time. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, float it down. All right. 3 times on this side. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, float it down. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, float it down. Last one. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, and float it down. Okay, so now to one more shoulder, one more stretch for those arms and shoulders. Bring the arms out to the side. Scissor one under the other and bend at the elbows. So maybe it looks like this. Perfectly fine. Maybe they intertwine. I'll just turn a little bit on the chair. Again, perfectly fine. Wherever you're at, close the eyes, take a breath in, thanking your body and your mind for sticking with this, and releasing and letting go. Other side. So scissoring the other arm underneath and intertwining. And be aware that one side may be very different than the other. And of course, if you have shoulder injuries, please, 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 please take care of yourself and only do what your body is okay with. And check with your doctor first. And release down. Okay, now to stretch the core muscles, we need to stretch backwards. So make sure that you're on a solid chair. Come to the edge of the chair. So I'll go sideways so you can see. Come too close to the edge of the chair. So there's space between my back and the back of the chair. Hands on the knees, lift up, lengthen up. Big breath in. Exhale, curl in. So finding where those muscles are that we've been working on. And then as we lift up, a little gentle arch to stretch these belly muscles. Hold on to the chair. So this is a seated camel. So for yoga teachers out there or yoga people, this is a seated camel. All right, lifting the chin up, but keeping length in the back of the spine, in the back of the neck as well. Want to keep length back here as well. Shoulder blades tight, tight, tight. Like I could put a pencil and you could hold the pencil between those shoulder blades. Holding the elbows back, tailbone back, but the chest is lifted up. And it's that lift that's going to stretch the belly muscles. And release. All right. Now for our final stretches and closing meditation. So bring the hands underneath one leg, whichever leg it is. A strap is a great option as well. Lift the knee up with the help of those hands. Again, a strap or a towel is a wonderful option. And extend the leg out to the side. So this is a forward bend, and circle those ankles in one direction and then the other. And switch legs. Interlacing, lifting, extending, circles, and release. Now open the knees as wide as the chair and as wide as your hip joints will allow. All right. Take a big breath in and exhale, fold forward in between those knees as much as your body will allow. Again, a forward fold. It is also a mega hip opener. I'm not sure if you can feel that, but we're also getting into those hip joints and stretching the muscles in the lower back. So can be beneficial to help stretch any contracted muscles that are down there. And if you've been seated a lot, this can really take a little bit of compression out of that lower back. And inhale, coming upwards, bringing the feet back together, leaning back in the chair. One hand on the belly, one hand on the chest, gaze soft or eyes closed. Notice how the body feels now compared to when we started this practice. Notice what is going on in the mind. And if there's a couple thoughts saying that wasn't enough, know that you are enough, that you carved out this time for yourself. That is enough. That's more than many, many, many people would do. And you just did that. Also, this is a great option if you work in an office, maybe a private office, because I don't want you to be like whacking someone in the head when you're leaning over if you're in a group room. But maybe if you're working from home, you can take a short pause, give your body and mind this moment. And maybe the healing that you need is not physical. Honor that. This is just, I hope that this practice would help you. This is a yoga practice. I'm not a professional, medical professional or psychologist, but I know that this does help me calm my thoughts. And according to the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, the capacity to calm our thoughts down is what yoga